Thank you for joining us for night 3 of Urban Warfare, and on tonight's card we have Liam Connors versus Pedro Loco in a grudge match. We have the Kiss My Ass match, Sergio Gomez taking on Byron Cassidy, and in the main event for the BCW World Championship, Kensho versus Dirty Dawn. But in tonight's opener we have an open challenge. It will be NSFW, Not Safe for Wrestling. They have thrown down the gauntlet, an open challenge. Who's going to accept? We're going to find out right here, right now in our opening contest for Urban Warfare.
Put your hands in the air.
At a combined weight of 420 pounds, NSFW, Not Safe for Wrestling.
And here we go, one of the premier tag teams here in BCW, Not Safe for Wrestling. Jordan Jones on the left, Travis Watts on the right. In recent months, they had a 6-match win streak. That came to an end when they faced the Exiled in a number 1 contenders match, and then they came up short against the champs, the Game Changers, in a Champions Challenge. So they have issued an open challenge here tonight, looking to get back on track on their winning ways. But when you throw out an open challenge, you gotta be confident, because anyone on the BCW roster could come out here. There could be any free agents, there could be new signings. You do not know who you're facing. And because you don't know who you're facing, that means that you got to be on top of your game. You can't worry about your opponent's game. And speaking of opponents, who's going to answer the challenge? Let's find out right now. Oh, and it's Jacob Akane.
He is the unstoppable force. He is the immovable object. He is Savage Jacob Akane.
Of course, we saw at the conclusion of Urban Warfare Night 2, Jacob Akane returned to attack the Exiled, Xander and Ultimo Nightmare. Of course, it was the Exiled that put Jacob Akane on the shelf for the better part of the last year, but he made his return and he made it clear he wants the Exiled, he wants revenge. But as we saw on the pre-show, it was Mr. GM that tasked Jacob Akane. He said, if you want to face the Exiled, they are the tag champs, they compete in tag matches. Get yourself a partner, win a match, and I'll put you in a contest against the Exiled where you can get your revenge. But as we've seen, Jacob Akane, he does not play well with others. He does not like tag team partners. So who has he got as a partner tonight? Has he found someone? And what will their tag team synergy be? I guess we're going to find out shortly. Oh, and what's this? It looks like Jacob Akane has told the referee that he's accepted, and this is a handicap match, not a tag team open challenge. Well, that is it's quite the surprise to actively go into a handicap match when you're on the short end of that stick, but not surprising that Jacob Akane would want to come out here by himself. He does not play well with others. He's teamed up with a mere man early in BCW. That did not work out well. And then, of course, in the tag title tournament to determine the first ever BCW World Tag Team Champions, Jacob Akane teamed up with Xander, and that did not play out well either. So Jacob Akane has had a very, very bad history with tag partners. Oh, and what's this? We got Mr. GM.
Stop the match. Jacob Akane, I told you to find a tag partner, not come out here and compete in a handicap match. Look, I'm glad you are healthy and are cleared to compete, but we are not having a handicap match tonight. Not after the last handicap match I booked. NSFW, you issued an open challenge and Jacob Akane you accepted. Mr. Akane, since you don't have a partner, I am changing this open challenge from a tag challenge to a double singles challenge. You will face Travis Watts, and if you win, you can face Jordan Jones. Mr. Referee, restart the match and ring the bell.
Well, here we go. This match has been officially restarted. It is a one-on-one contest. Jacob Akane versus Travis Watts. And I think you got to go with the decision of Mr. GM on that one. You can't have a handicap match like that. And Jacob Akane was also tasked to get a tag partner. He has not done that, so we have potentially 2 one-on-one matches here tonight. Jacob Akane taking on NSFW in 2 singles matches, but let's get into this one. Jacob Akane just absolutely mauling Travis Watts here early in this match. And that's the thing about Jacob Akane, as I mentioned, he has been on the shelf for the better part of a year. It was October 31st, 2022 that he was put on the shelf in that Beyond Rules match. He was attacked by Ultimo Nightmare, and we have not seen him since he made his return on night 2 of Urban Warfare. So that is almost a full year just seething, just boiling. And now Jacob Akane, he is back. He is 100% healthy. And he is, by all accounts, just absolutely dangerous. You do not want to face Jacob Akane after a year of stewing and rage and just boiling and festering. And this is classic Jacob Akane match. Just absolutely brutal shots, high impact maneuvers like that super kick. Going up to the top, is he going for a splash or an elbow drop? Oh, and he goes for a big Samoan headbutt. And for any new people watching the BCW product, if you have not seen Savage Jacob Akane before, this is par for the course. He is a brutal striker. He is about 350 pounds, about little over 6 foot. And he does moves just like this. Picks you up and slams you right on that corner beat of the apron. And just taught it up there, and Travis Watts has had no answers to the question of Jacob Akane in this one. Doing his best to try to fight back, but just the offense of Travis Watts is not having any effect. Oh, and right there, Travis Watts gets back in the ring, and Jacob Akane plants his feet, stands his ground, says that this is his ring, this is his yard. And Travis Watts has got to do something big and spectacular. He's got to do some... Got to take some wild chances. Got to go for some big swings, because everything he is doing is not working. Goes for the cover, but only a 2 count. Little life left in Travis Watts. And of course, Jacob Akane out. Right as I say that, Jacob Akane has this kick that he does right to the face, and he usually follows it up with that big Samoan splash, and he hits him right in the face. That could be it right there. This is classic Jacob Akane offense. Big kick to the face, and that huge Samoan splash. Goes for the cover. You could count to 100. This one has got to be over. And he gets him. Jacob Akane in short order, coming out here in his first official match back after being injured. And by all accounts, Jacob Akane has not missed a step. He is looking as crisp as ever. He is fully healed, and he is super dangerous. And speaking of dangerous, is Jordan Jones going to have any different of a game plan? Everything that Travis Watts did not pay dividends. Jordan Jones has got to come out here and do something big and impressive and fast if he has any hope of winning this one. Jacob Akane just shrugs him off in a big, huge body press. And that is what Jacob Akane brings to the table. He is so explosive and so big and heavy. He is one of the heaviest members of the roster. About 350 pounds by last account. Maybe a little more, a little less now after being on the injured reserve list. But look at that move. Second rope back, almost like a mule kick. And And just a big headbutt there. Jordan Jones, he is taking the punishment. And when you are wrestling Jacob Akane, you got to do something big and impressive and something damageful right at the beginning, because he is a freight train. So big, so strong, and once he gets rolling down that track, it is real tough to derail him. His momentum is unreal and just goes right under there. And that's exactly what Jordan Jones has to do. Big bicycle kick to the face. Could this be it? 1, 2. Jordan Jones, after that one bicycle kick, gets a 2 count. That's a bit surprising there, but he cannot be doing that. You cannot be playing cutesy and playing up and taunting against Jacob Akane. And the STO there, he's got to do more moves like that. You got to hit moves in quick succession. And he's playing it up there, and he gets caught with a big cross body. Jordan Jones runs a little over 200, probably about 220. And you cannot take a big maneuver like that from a 350-pounder when you have such a significant weight advantage that Jacob Akane possesses. You cannot be cute. A big kick to the spine. That padded vest not doing much there. Is he going for another big kick and splash combo? Full head of steam and hits him. Going up to the top. Gonna hit him with that big splash again. Gets all that height. Count to next week. This one is over. Jacob Akane, 2 quick wins in probably under 10 minutes. Super, super impressive. Jacob Akane is a very dangerous competitor. He might be the most dangerous man on the BCW roster now that he is 100% healed and he is pissed off. Congratulations to Jacob Akane, but the question remains, can he find a tag partner to face the Exiled? Will he get his hands on Xander and Ultimo Nightmare? And here we go. We have our next matchup, Liam Connors versus Pedro Loco, and this grudge match has been boiling over since episode 22, but the real X factor in the tail of the tape is the win-loss record. Both men are winless here in BCW. They have a combined record of 0-22, and I think that factor led to Liam Connors turning on Pedro Loco. But tonight, in this one-on-one contest, one man is breaking that losing streak. Who's it going to be? Let's find out right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Liam No Honor Connors.
All right, and here is Liam Connors making his way to the ring, and as we see here, he turned his back on Pedro Loco at the conclusion of their match on episode 22. Knocked him out there, turned on his tag team partner. They had been tagging up for months and months, but I think Liam just got tired of losing. He blamed Pedro Loco for the losses, turned on him, knocked him out, and now we got this grudge match here. Pedro Loco, Liam Connors, who is going to break that epic losing streak? They have the 2 biggest losing streaks here in BCW. Who's going to break it? Let's find out right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the luchador Pedro Loco.
Oh, and here we go. Pedro Loco jumping the guardrail and attacking Liam Connors from behind. Getting that sneak attack in. And you can't blame Pedro for that one. After getting the sneak attack on him, he has returned the favor. And this second contest of the night is underway. And a big double leg takedown there, Liam Connors. And this grudge match, even though there's just been that one encounter where Liam turned on Pedro, This is a deeply personal rivalry that has boiled over in short order because I think of the records. Both these men, since BCW started in August of 2022, they have yet to pick up a win. And anyone who has competed in a sport, in any competitive endeavor, you know that momentum is a real thing, and when you keep stacking up those losses and you remain winless, it does something to your psyche, takes you out of your game, does some weird things to your mind, and I think that's exactly what has happened with Liam Connors. He couldn't handle the losses, he snapped, and a big power bomb there, brutal, just really trying to injure Pedro Loco. This is how personal this grudge match is. Goes for the quick cover. Pedro Loco kicks out at 1. But as I was saying, it gets real personal, and when you start stacking up those losses, it really plays with your mind. And I think when you have a tag team partner, because Pedro Loco and Liam Connors have been tagging up for the last few months, trying to get some momentum, but when you have a tag team partner, it is real easy to put the blame on someone. Liam Connors had a few of those losses. Pedro Loco had a few losses. I think the blame is equally split. But both these men are so talented. So talented in singles matches. So talented when they were teaming up because of the unique chemistry they have. They just couldn't put it together. And this is a big, huge double stomp there to Pedro Loco. Could have caved in his chest. Both these men aren't the heaviest competitors. Pedro Loco running about 165, Liam Connors about 185. But man, when you are on the top rope and you're jumping to the outside, Liam Connors is probably about 15 feet in the air by the time he gets to his knees up and comes down with the feet for the double stomp. Wow. And that's what I was mentioning. The losses stacking up does something to your mind. That's how personal this rivalry is. Because that is a move that you do when you are trying to inflict damage on your opponent, when you're trying to injure him, when you're trying to take him out. And he goes for a big elbow drop to the shoulder blades and the spine. So he's looking to double it up. Double your pleasure, double your fun, double elbow drop to the shoulder blades on that one. And he's telling them to get up. I think he wants to hurt and injure Pedro Loco just by the moves he's doing. Liam Connors is not holding anything back, and Pedro Loco, he's got to be elusive and abusive. He is that luchador. He has those lucha moves where he likes to use the ropes, the top rope. He likes to use the ring. He likes to spring around. He likes to hit the dives. Oh, but what's this here? Double arm pile driver. Thought he was going for the tiger driver, but turned into the pile driver, and this could be it. Crashing down on his neck. Compressing the vertebrae. Pedro Loco kicks out though. Pedro Loco has got to hit a big move to shut down Liam Connors. At the starting of the match, Liam Connors hit that double leg takedown, and I think that threw Pedro Loco off his game. I think Pedro Loco was hoping that the sneak attack would give him the surprise, give him the advantage. And a big knee there, goes in for the quick cover right away. Beautiful camera angle too. And on the reverse, Liam Connors, he is that MMA specialist. He does the strikes, he does the submissions. Pedro Loco, he's the luchador. He likes to flip and fly. Reverse is there. Goes for the eye rake, playing a little dirty pool as well. If Liam's doing it, why not? Oh, but missed the big pump kick there. I think it's that damage accumulation. This has probably been about 75% for Liam Connors in this one. Is he going for another double stomp? Or that elbow, perhaps? No, and goes for a big splash. Pedro Loco knocks him in the corner. What's he got here? Picks him up and down. Got him in the tree of Lawrence. And just stomping him and grinding that boot right into the face, into the jaw. Oh, and just grapevining the leg and choking him out. Smart move there by Pedro Loco. And Pedro Loco starting to gain some momentum now. Stomping him out. If Liam Connors is going to make this personal, I think Pedro Loco is quick to oblige there. Goes for a double stomp just like Liam did, but he hits him with that double leg again. That double leg's such a simple maneuver, but it is paying dividends in this match. Liam Connors, as I mentioned, that MMA specialist, that submission specialist. Wrapping up Pedro Loco here. Really attacking that midsection between the stomps, the elbow drops. What's he got here? Going for the big kick, perhaps? Oh no, he's going for that double underhook. Power driver again. Could this be it? That is a devastating maneuver. I don't know if Pedro Loco can get out, and he does. And Liam is pissed. He can't snap that losing streak. Pedro Loco not going off into the sunset easy on this one. Both these men fighting, clawing, tooth and nail to get that first win in BCW. And getting that first win, that could change the trajectory of both these men's careers, and they know it. One man wants that win so desperate they can taste it. And much like Rick James said, cocaine's a hell of a drug, but so is that losing streak. So that determination is also a hell of a drug. They want to snap that losing streak. Oh, just going for the palm strikes. Slapping him and kicking him. Liam Connors known for that kick to the head. That could have been a knockout shot. He goes up top again. Pedro Loco just grabbing that knee. And Liam, not a top rope competitor, missed with that double stomp too far away. Looked like he was going for something there. Pedro Loco counters. Shots to the leg. Big shot to the face. Follows it up with that big right hand. Just trying to knock out Liam Connors, taking a page out of his book. Oh, but Liam counters with a shot to the head. And a kick to the spine, really focusing on that midsection, that spine, that neck. What's he got here? Big takedown. Rocking that core. Making all the air rush out of Pedro Loco. And he's got him there with the double stomp. Was a little too far away last time. But snaps the losing streak and picks up the win here tonight. Liam Connors coming out with some new moves. We haven't seen him do that double stomp before.
Here is your winner via pinfall, Liam No Honor Connors.
Congratulations to Liam Connors, snapping that losing streak, picking up his first win here in BCW. Alright, and here we go. Before we get to Byron versus Sergio, we have the rivalry recap. Of course, it was Byron and Sergio in that first BCW World Title Tournament. They were eliminated in the first round, but then as we see here, they were conversing for that second chance tag team match, where if one of them picked up the win, they would be inserted into that triple threat main event. But they worked out a deal beforehand where if one of them picked up the win, they would give the other a title shot. Both men agreed. And of course, it was Byron in that match picking up the win. Dirty Don and Benson Hicks were their opponents. Dirty Don left Benson high and dry. And it was Byron who locked in that bone flied and tied, that STF maneuver. Picked up the win and advanced. Made it a triple threat match for the first ever BCW World Championship. Byron got his title shot at the Breakout pay-per-view facing Dirty Don, but he was not able to pick up the win in that one. He came up short. And this is really where the rivalry between Byron Cassidy and Sergio Gomez hit a fever pitch. Because Byron didn't keep up his end of the bargain in Sergio's mind, Sergio came and attacked him. Said that Byron disrespected him, that he didn't keep his word, that they had a gentleman's agreement and Byron did not follow through. So Sergio Gomez came out, he attacked Byron Cassidy. But he was not done. There was a post-match beatdown. picked up the chair and just started wearing out Byron. And that all led to their match at the Random Draw pay-per-view. And at Random Draw, every match was randomized. And the match type that Byron and Sergio got was a hair versus hair match. They went tooth and nail, but in the end it was Sergio with the big DDT. Almost knocked out Byron Cassidy, but it was enough to get the win, and it was Sergio dealing out some embarrassment to Byron Cassidy, shaving his head bald. Later that night, at the Random Draw event, Byron showed up to go through the stipulation to get his head shaved by Sergio Gomez, and Sergio was just relishing it. After Sergio felt he was disrespected, the perfect medicine was to embarrass Byron Cassidy by shaving his head. And ever since December of 2022, Byron has been bald as a baby. But that wasn't enough. Sergio, he got a taste for shaving people's heads and embarrassing them. A few weeks later, it was Sergio versus Slug, and post-match, Sergio shaved Slug's head. And that's when Byron decided to come out and retaliate. Byron was not going to let Sergio come out and just start shaving people's heads left and right. He came out to stick up for Slug because he knew what Slug went through. Slug had those big long locks of hair, and Sergio just shaved his head bald. It was just a brutal beatdown. Byron with the strikes, grabbing that arm, tapping out Sergio. And to put an exclamation point, he hit him with that butcher's block, that pendulum. And I think once the rivalry reached this point, there was no going back. It was Sergio Gomez versus Byron Cassidy. The rivalry had reached a fever pitch, and that brings us to tonight. And as we look at the tail of the tape, Sergio Gomez versus Byron Cassidy in this Kiss My Ass match, the ultimate match for embarrassing your opponent. But I think in the tail of the tape here, it is the win-loss records. Both men hovering about 50% wins and losses. This is really going to be a toss-up when you look at their records. Who's coming out with the win and who is going to be thoroughly embarrassed here tonight? We're going to find out right now.
He stands 6 feet, 2 inches tall, and weighed in at 295 pounds. He is the legendary luchador, the Idol, Sergio Gomez.
And here we go, the Idol, Sergio Gomez, making his way to the ring. And with a nickname like the Idol, in his younger years in Mexico, he was one of those teen idols where he was revered not just for his wrestling prowess, but for his looks, his beauty. And I think that is why he is so hot when he gets embarrassed. He does not want to be embarrassed. He is used to being revered. He cannot take the embarrassment. He cannot take the disrespect. But there's no potential bigger disrespect than a Kiss My Ass match.
He stands 6 feet tall and weighing 230 pounds. He is the Butcher, Byron Cassidy.
Here we go, Byron Cassidy making his way to the ring, and much like how Sergio is called the Idol, Byron Cassidy is called the Butcher because he knows how to dissect his opponents. He is so adept with his MMA skills, his submission, his British catch-as-catch-can style. He can catch you in any move at any time. He is super dangerous. And with a name like a Butcher, he has earned that moniker with the way that he can dismantle his opponents. The Idol. The Butcher. This Kiss My Ass match is underway, and Byron Cassidy coming out like a head of fire. Sergio Gomez counters with that overhead belly-to-belly suplex. I think he was baiting in Byron Cassidy. I think he knew Byron was going to come out hot. And that is the experience of a Sergio Gomez. Sergio Gomez, over 30 plus years of experience. Byron has about 10, 15 years, so Sergio has double to triple the experience, but you never know it by the way he's showing him up here. Dishing out further embarrassment. And he gets him down. He's going for those mounted punches. He tapped him out with the armbar to follow. This is real early in the match. Both men not sweaty. Byron Cassidy has a lot of grip. Sergio's smart to get out of it, though. And that is the thing with Sergio Gomez. He might not be the MMA expert that a Byron Cassidy is. He might not know all those British maneuvers. But I promise... Beautiful arm drag there and a beautiful drop kick to follow. But I promise Sergio Gomez, he has so much experience that he has seen it all. And if you've seen it all, you know how to counter it all. And that's where the 30 plus years of experience come in. Byron with a beautiful dragon screw leg whip. Byron has that British style, that MMA style, so he's going to try and keep it to the grapples. He's going to try and keep it to the ground. Whereas Sergio, he is the luchador. He loves to fly. And with that weight behind him, Sergio Gomez runs about 300 pounds. So when you're flipping and flying and doing the dives and the moves off the top rope, that 300 pounds coming crashing down on you, that's going to do some damage. So I think Byron's got to keep to the strikes like he's doing here. Got to keep it to the submissions like that ankle lock. I mean, if he can hurt the ankle enough, if he wins by countout, a win's a win's a win. I definitely think Byron and Sergio, both men, want to get the pin or the submission on their opponent. But hey, a win's a win's a win. If you can get the win and still have your opponent kiss your ass, why not? And much like our last match between Liam Connors and Pedro Loco, this match is super personal. You do not have a kiss my ass match if it is not personal. Both these men feel disrespected by the other, and they are looking to get their revenge. And Sergio with a big overhead suplex rolls it over and floats into a back suplex. Two amigos of sorts on that one. Just slamming him right back to the mat, saying, "Get back down there." Is he going for it again? Big suplex again. Floats over and doubles it up. Getting a hankering for that double mint gum. Oh! And he went for a big standing shooting star, but Byron gets the knee up. And of course he has that knee brace. Don't know if that did some damage to the knee. Byron did have that leg injury when he first entered BCW. Doesn't have that leg wrapped up anymore. Still has the brace, so I think it is as 100% as you can get when you're a wrestler. And a big kitchen sink there and playing it up to the crowd. So used to being cheered and revered in Mexico is Sergio Gomez. But here in BCW, he has garnered nothing but boos. And quickly rolls out, smart maneuver there. He was not getting the advantage there. He was getting the short end of the stick, so he rolled out to the outside. Oh, now just playing it up. Doing some push-ups. And that's what both these men are doing. Just even in a kiss my ass match, both these men are trying to embarrass the other one. Sergio Gomez, as we just saw there, doing the push-ups at the beginning of the match. It was Byron Cassidy just rolling all over Sergio, just showing him that you got nothing on me. So this is such a personal rivalry. The disrespect, the embarrassment has defined this rivalry between Sergio Gomez and Byron Cassidy. And really, the two of these men, for the first two matches in this rivalry, we have had a hair versus hair and now a kiss my ass match. They have not been short on the gimmicks, and they have not been short on the matches that cause maximum embarrassment. Byron Cassidy getting back in the ring, Throwing Sergio in the corner, going for that big boot just like Sergio did, but Sergio counters. Might have baited him in there. Sort of leading the witness on that one, hoping that Byron would follow up, make a mistake, and Sergio goes for the roll in the cover. Not much pressure and leverage when you have just those feet over the shoulders. This match is still fairly early on. Both men still got gas in the tank. So if you got any hope of pinning a Byron Cassidy, you got to have that lateral press. You can't just have the feet. And what's Sergio got here? Potentially a power bomb. Picks him up in a sit-out power bomb. And again, playing it up to the crowd, and I think that could be a mistake. Goes for a lucha move here. Crossbody nails it this time. Floats it in, goes for the cover with the lateral press, hooking the leg. But not enough there. Sergio missed that second rope crossbody at the beginning of the match. Corrected that mistake. Just stepping all over the face of Byron Cassidy. Getting the imprint of that heel right to the face, but Byron picking up some momentum. Clothesline. Back body drop. Is he going for the spine buster? And he nails it. Some real momentum being picked up here by Byron Cassidy. Just slamming the leg. I thought he might have been going for that ankle lock again. I think Sergio Gomez felt that goes to the ropes, creates some separation. But might have put himself in an even worse position because his back comes crashing down on that apron. That metal corner bead. Oh, and a big shot there from Sergio. Just trading shots on the outside here, just punches. And he hits him up for a bitter end. And hitting that one on the outside with those thin mats, that is going to taste bitter. And Sergio, yeah, exactly right there. And Sergio just writhing, his face hitting the outside mats. Thin padding, probably about a quarter to half-inch pads right on top of concrete that is not going to move. In a battle of the human anatomy versus concrete, I will bet on concrete every time. But Byron Cassidy's got Sergio right in the middle of the ring, wrenching on that neck, really getting a gross angle on it. Follows it up with a leg drop. I think he knows Sergio's face is really hurting after that bitter end on the outside. And Byron going to the top rope, very uncharacteristic of a Byron Cassidy. Telling Sergio to get up. Oh, what a big knife hand chop. You don't see Byron going to the top rope often, but he hits it. Is he going for the butcher's block? And he is. His pendulum maneuver. Slams him down. This could be it. Right in the middle of the ring. He's got to kick out. And he does. Sergio Gomez does not want the embarrassment of kissing Byron's ass. Oh, and a big leg drop off the top. Really pulling out the top rope maneuvers. Uncharacteristic of a Byron Cassidy, but it's paying dividends. He's hit 2 for 2. Sergio goes for the quick cover. I think just checking his progress and also to get Byron to exert that energy. But Byron follows up with a big shot to the face, and the face is really taking some punishment. But Byron Cassidy locks in the bone slide and tied, that STF maneuver. Sergio's got a crawler. He's got a roll to get out of it. And he taps. Sergio Gomez could not take the pain. That face was screaming. And Sergio Gomez taps out. Byron Cassidy evens up this rivalry 1-1. But Sergio Gomez better get out the chapstick because he's got some ass to kiss right here on pay-per-view. And Sergio Gomez not going easily, so Byron Cassidy getting him in that corner, getting him into perfect position. Slapping them cheeks and backing up that ass right into the face. And putting some stank on it, pun intended, really grinding there. Byron Cassidy getting his money's worth in the Kiss My Ass match.
Here is your winner by submission, Byron Cassidy.
Oh, and here we go. Here is Slug in solidarity. Both these men had their heads shaved by Sergio Gomez. Byron Cassidy gets his revenge by extension. Slug gets a measure of revenge. Congratulations to Byron Cassidy picking up the win in this super high stakes matchup. And we would like to thank DraftKings as the proud sponsor of BCW Urban Warfare.
The following contest is your main event of the evening and will be a singles match.
And here we go. It has been a 3-night event, but we have reached the mountaintop. The BCW World title will be on the line. Number 1 contender Kensho, undefeated at 9-0. Dirty Don, he has 11 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. Who is coming out with the win tonight? Who will be the BCW World Champion at the conclusion of Urban Warfare? Let's find out right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is for the undisputed BCW World Heavyweight Championship. Fighting out of the blue corner, standing 6 feet, 4 inches tall, and weighing 245 pounds. He is a world-renowned striker who brings over 10 years of professional experience to the ring. From Tokyo, Japan, Kensho.
Go Dirty Don sneak attack! Dirty Don sneak attack hitting Kensho from behind, blast him with the title. Looks like Kensho is knocked out. He is not moving. We gotta get some medical staff out here ASAP.